Hi, friends, and welcome to the Human Thrive podcast. So I'm your host, Amanda, coaching consultant and founder of Neurodivergent Thrive Coaching. So if you're craving clarity, growth, and emotional freedom, this space is for you. And everybody's welcome, neurotypicals, neurodivergents, and anyone not quite sure where they land. So today we're going to talk about self-sabotage and why you keep holding yourself back and what can you do to get out of it. So as your coaching guide, I'm going to help you rewrite the rules of what it means to thrive. And today's episode is going to cut deep, but in a loving way. So we're talking about self-sabotage, why we do it, and what does it mean for people with ADHD, especially if you're late diagnosed. So let me tell you a story. A woman I was coaching was like, I can see everything that I want in my life, but every time she tries to get closer or tries to do things, it's like she hits this wall, like this invisible wall. And we talked through it and we realized the visible wall was her self-sabotaging. She'd start the thing, she'd get a new planner, work out all the plans, and then just suddenly freeze, suddenly can't do any more with it, suddenly want to take on other things that takes you away from the doing the thing. And I realized I was recently doing that because I was signing up for a master's degree and I'd studied psychology before I did my nursing. And I recently signed up for a master's in psychology. Then I had to talk myself out of it because I'm like, okay, I've started my podcast. I've started my coaching business. Why am I suddenly now focused on this course that's going to take me away from that? And I got nervous. I got scared. I got scared of doing this and I wanted to sabotage what I'd planned and what I wanted to do. So recognizing that I do these impulsive things and sign up for something and getting myself away from what I was working towards, I coached myself through it and kind of thought, right, this is what I do, and looked through what is the path I want to where do I want to be, and realized that I was sabotaging. I was sabotaging the stuff I've been working on. I've been working on an online course and putting them out for 8 years. And I'm like, okay, I've decided I'm releasing them this year, but I started sabotaging myself. So I seen this in this coaching client who started sabotaging herself. And you're like, what am I doing here? So you're protecting yourself in an unhelpful way. You're trying to, what does a self-sabotage come from? A fear of success, a fear of failure. So there's psychologist Gay Hendricks, author of The Big Leap, and he talks about that we all have an upper limit. So this is like a subconscious cap on how much success we achieve in life, how much joy, how much ease that we believe we're allowed to feel. So almost like this unwritten rule that, oh no, you can't get any further than that. And it's like the moment we get close to breaking through that ceiling, our brain goes, oh no, sorry, you're outside your comfort zone, come back, it's not safe. And it starts to make you procrastinate, get perfectionism, forgetting things, downplaying your ideas and moving away from the stuff you're working on. And I've realized I was doing that. I was doing that by signing up for yet another course that I don't need to do. So many courses over the year that if I wrote them all down, you'd be thinking she's making that up. Spent an absolute fortune and I don't need to do that anymore. I've got everything I need and I need to stop self-sabotaging and work towards the thing that I want to do, which is the coaching business. And my podcast is part of that. So I realized I need to stop myself, and a lot of people do this. They self-sabotage. And you don't even realize it's so sneaky, because in my head I was thinking, I really want to do this master's, I really want to do this. And I don't even have the time for it, but I somehow thought I was going to make the time. And when I realized, and I'm so proud of myself, because normally I would just bump on in and do it. But I've coached myself and went, right, okay, I don't have time for this. I don't need it for what I want to do. I already have a qualification in psychology. I can always read books on psychology. I can always listen to other podcasts. That's not my only thing. I don't have to do this course. I don't need it. I don't have time. It's not aligned with what I want to do now. So I stopped myself It's like my brain was trying to keep me in that you're safe here. Don't be going forward. Don't be pushing forward with doing a coaching business. You've no business doing that. It was telling me these lies and distracting me by bringing these other things in. And I had to go back to, right, what is my aim? What is my goals? What am I working towards? And yeah, it gets scary. It gets scary when you're putting yourself out there and you're working towards things. You get the fear of, what if people judge me? What if people talk about me? What if people laugh at me? And I've had to step into that, feel it, and just go, I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to do it. I might mess it up, but I might do okay. I might be just good enough, and that's fine. So your brain is just that, constantly trying to protect you and keep you in your comfort. So a wee bit about the ADHDers. So when your dopamine is dysregulated, your brain craves more stimulation. It doesn't want consistency. It wants something new and exciting. And I was talking to my friends yesterday, and I was saying about sometimes I get bored, that it feels like pain. And it's because the thing I'm working on isn't giving me that high or that interest. And that's when I start looking at other stuff and looking at other courses, and that consistency is hard to get. So what have I done? I've had to renew my interest in the things that I've already trained in, watched a few psychology documentaries to get over my wanting to do that, and been able to put the brakes on to take and stop taking the action that I know I don't need right now and go back to what my path is saying. But ultimately, your brain is searching for the stimulation, and when your nervous system is in that high alert, yeah, you may associate that success with pressure and that pressure with burnout. And if you get what you want, we'll mess it up anyway. Better not go there. Don't do that. Just change to something else. Oh, here's something exciting here. Or here's something exciting here. But yeah, let's stop our self-sabotage and think, take away any upper limits. You can achieve whatever you want, apart from being able to fly. I used to tell my daughter that all the time. She could do anything she wants in life. And when she told me one day that she always wished she could fly, and I had to reframe that thinking. But anyway, ignoring that. So if you want to read The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, he's a psychologist and talks about this upper limit of your subconscious gap and this upper limit that you impose on yourself. And we don't have to. We can take it away. We can take it away and achieve anything we want. And I've talked about before, I used to have a fear of public speaking. And now it's not that it's gone. I still feel it, but I'm doing it anyway. So feel the fear and do it anyway. Another good book to read. So how to break that loop of self-sabotage and how to shift out of it. So step 1, call it what it is. It's the fear of expansion. So whenever you're feeling that fear to go into something, actually moving into that fear is probably the action you need, because that's where you're outside your comfort zone and you're achieving things. So out loud, say out loud, this isn't about ability, this is about safety. So it's a fear of expansion. So my brain's trying to distract me by doing other things, but really the thing that I want to do is causing me some anxiety. It's moving me outside my comfort zone. And that fear of expansion, even when I talk about it, I can feel the tension in my jaw and I can feel my chest tighten, not in a ill way, just in that tension way. And this thought and saying this out loud can help you separate that, from your sabotaging behavior. So step 2, start tiny. So this is the ridiculously tiny step. So at the minute I'm writing a book, but you don't just go, oh, write a book. You open a document. You maybe set yourself write 200 words, or, pick one small, action first, motivation later. So one small part and take action. Then it motivates you to do the next part and the next part and the next part. When you think in big steps and big projects, it can feel overwhelming and difficult to start. So always just pick one thing, like I'm going to write 200 words this day. And then you'll find when you do that, you might even do more that day, because once you get started, it'll give you the motivation to do more. So action first, motivation later. Step 3 is practice safe success. So letting your body get used to small wins without the pressure. And if you're into journaling or writing it down, your journal prompt is, if I succeed at this, what am I afraid will happen? And this can help you uncover the hidden fear that is kind of lurking there, and remind yourself, I can succeed and still feel safe. I can succeed and still be loved. I can succeed and rest. So step 1, call it what it is. It's a fear of expansion. Start tiny, take one small action and reward yourself for that action taken. And if you're into your journaling or thinking about it, if I succeed at this, what am I afraid will happen? So it's all about awareness, and I'm going to start putting some notes from the show and wee links for worksheets that you can download and complete. And please let me know how you get on, and leave some comments and share podcasts with people. So the mindset shift that I want you to carry into the rest of this week is, I am not sabotaging because I'm broken. I'm sabotaging myself because my brain is scared. And I want to lead my brain with love, not shame. So every time you show up with compassion instead of criticism, that's a breakthrough. Don't criticize yourself. Be kind to yourself, because there's plenty of people who aren't kind in the world. Be kind to yourself. And your takeaway, pick one area you've been self-sabotaging and think, right, what am I really afraid of here? So please get in touch, and if you enjoyed this episode, please share it and leave me some comments, and you can contact me on the website, and I will share some worksheets for you to take away. So thank you for listening. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. Bye.